Hello, my friends. For today's reading, I decided to start off with, who are you? Who am I reading for? This is, all my readings are intended to be timeless, so my emphasis is really who you are and what your message is. The primary question for today's reading is, what subconscious fear is influencing you right now? So I really want to make sure I've got the the who nailed down. And I was really surprised to have the cosmic egg come out. So the cosmic egg, I believe, is someone who's really done a lot of work. So we have fixed the middle, purpose-driven, secure, reliable, keeps on going. So you're very persistent. Carry on. Leo and the sun, vitality, creativity, success, purpose. Maybe those are your what you're focusing on right now. And then we have in the spring, during Aries, within 7 days, King of Fire. Remember, there's no no gender in tarot. So you may be male, you may be female, you may be Aries, or maybe that's just an important time of year for you. I think that's Aprilish. Anyway, you'll know. Oh, right. If I don't really do astrology, that's not my thing at all. Western astrology, Chinese astrology, whatever. I just don't do it. But I do know that you're supposed to pay attention to more than just your sun sign. So if you are going to consider astrological signs, you need to consider, I think it's sun, moon, and rising, and or important placements in your chart, which, if you're into astrology, you know all that. And if you're not into astrology, we'll just have to go with Aprilish, I guess. It does say in the spring. All right. We do have the element of fire under here on the bottom of the deck, which I'm going to mention mostly because there is a lot of fire here. So the sun, of course, that's fire. King of Fire, that's fire. And then this was the bottom of the deck, the element of fire. Creative, impulsive, passionate. Expect the unexpected. So who knows? Maybe spring is an important time for you. Maybe you are prone to being a more fiery kind of person. This fixed the middle, purpose-driven, secure, reliable, keeps on going, carry on. That's more of an earth thing, I think. Or at least that's my impulse. My first thought. All right. I have not talked about the cosmic egg yet. So this is from, this is the last card in the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck. So, as you might expect, it is a card of completion. It is in what the author calls the spirit element, I think. It's not the way I categorize things, so I mean, I have a great deal of respect for her and her work. I just don't think of it in this system. Okay. Completion, harmony, the infinite within the finite. The cosmic egg is the final card in the journey of the Animal Spirit deck, and it represents the unfolding of cosmic consciousness. This state emerges after we have tread the path for quite some time, and through self-effort and grace we experience self-realization. A sense of contentment and oneness spontaneously arises within us, and the veils of our self-limiting beliefs are lifted. When the essence of the cosmic egg has not been activated, we may feel as if we will never get there, or that we travel alone, disconnected from others. Even if our encounter with this card is brief, appearing as a momentary glimmer or flash of interconnectedness, its potent energy stays with us. The cosmic egg is a remedy for the fragmentation of modern life. It's through the power of this card that we are reminded of the cosmic contract written at the beginning. We hold on to life, and life holds on to us. The journey is complete, but it does not end. The cosmic egg and the seventh chakra. The subtle essence of the cosmic egg resides at the crown chakra at the top of the head, called Sahasrara. One of the aims of yoga and meditation practice is to channel energy from the base of the spine upward toward the Sahasrara. Each of those 6 lower chakras play an important role along this journey, and once the final epicenter of consciousness is activated, it is said to radiate the light of 1,000,000 suns. Okay. Apparently you are doing very well on your journey, perhaps more than you realized. I know it's always a shock to me when I get this kind of message. But that does not mean that you are done. We're never done healing, right? We're never done evolving, developing, expanding, becoming better. Although we like to be our best self at each and every moment, that's going to keep changing. It's a moving target because we keep growing and evolving. That's the way it's supposed to be. So what about this subconscious fear? In the spring, during Aries, within 7 days. That's interesting. So for some of you, it'll be sometime in spring. It'll be sometime during Aries season or month, which I believe, as I said, is Aprilish. And or within 7 days. Also, you may be in Aries, or there may be an important person in your life who is Aries. All right. What about this subconscious fear? It's very interesting considering that you have the cosmic egg, so you've done a lot of work, you've made a lot of progress, but of course there's always more to go. And what is it that is holding you back? Well, first of all, we have 2 of Wands. In terms of things holding you back, that's usually analysis paralysis. The 2 of Wands is also about initiation, a new beginning, planning for something. Perhaps you are trying to plan for something and you are wanting to make sure that you're not sabotaging yourself. The Sun card just tried to come out again. So what is this analysis paralysis about, if that's what's going on? Oh, it appears there's still some self-sabotage kind of thing going on. Perhaps tendencies to be a player, to be very inconsistent and inconsiderate and immature, a lack of staying power. That could definitely undermine you. But this Ace of Wands suggests a lot of inspiration, a lot of creativity. But you do need to follow through on it. Oh. And then we have, okay. Is this inspiration in regard to the High Priestess. So the High Priestess is all about your intuition, about the unknown, about secrets and mysteries. Also, the High Priestess is very good at keeping secrets. And then we have the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is about feeling pretty worn out. You've been through a lot. And you're just feeling a tendency to feel sorry for yourself. Because I'm really not seeing... So, with... Okay, so the Nine of Wands can indicate a tendency towards self-pity. And that may be underlying this Knight of Wands in reverse, this player energy. Inconsistency, selfishness, lack of consideration for others. You just want to do what you want to do and run off and be irresponsible, and at a certain point in your life you can do that. But you may not be at that point anymore, although there's no indication here of a family or a significant other. But intuition, wisdom, mystery, which we were talking about, that may be the source of your creativity right now. It could also be that you are having a real conflict between these two, and that's causing a lot of trouble for you. So you're being pulled toward one kind of life when you're used to leading a very different kind of life. The rational is not really the way for you to go right now. Okay, so I'm wondering about the Ace of Wands. Potential. You have perhaps the potential to be the High Priestess, the person who sees and knows. And this may be scaring the crap out of you. So the High Priestess is also someone who passes the divine into the experience of life, human life. So you may be being called to be the High Priestess. And again, there's no gender in tarot, and there's absolutely no reason, if you are male, in a male body, whatever, that you cannot be a keeper of wisdom who also passes it on. So the two pillars, it's hard to see the black one, but the black one and the white one, they're pretty much always present in the Priestess card. But they are described as the pillars of mercy and severity. So you have to find balance between the two things. And perhaps balance has not been one of your strong points. And living in this patriarchal world that we do, there is an overemphasis, of course, on being rational. And you're being called to listen to your gut, listen to your intuition, and to find the strength to do that, to follow that. So I think your subconscious fear that's affecting you the most right now is a fear of this, your own intuition. That's not really an uncommon thing. We're not really encouraged to listen to our intuition. So if I'm looking also at the cards, you know, the way they're lining up, the Priestess is right underneath the Five of Swords, which is the card of self-sabotage. So you've probably been excessively rational, and it has not gotten you where you want to be, or where you are being pushed to go. I mean, you've got the cosmic egg. There's a big, big change happening for you. And it does most definitely involve becoming something much different than you were. If you've had that sense of oneness, it makes sense that you would also be called to the path of the High Priestess. Again, there's no gender here, and it's kind of silly that intuition has been assigned so heavily to women when men are just as capable of it. It's one of the ways that patriarchy limits men as much or more. No, not more, but it limits men a great deal. Women, of course, have problems with intuition as well, because we do live in a patriarchy that tells us that our intuition is a sign of weakness, regardless of whether we are male or female. So it's an ongoing struggle for all of us. Anyway, I think that's enough about that. I wish you all the best. I'm sure you'll get there. But it will be when it will be. There's an element of mystery here. Good luck.